Hi everyone, my name is Bree. For those of you that don't know me, I'm actually Paul's girlfriend, but I'm also a registered dietitian, personal trainer, and massage therapist. And I am here to share some weekly nutrition tips based on what you guys are interested in. Last week I did ask if anyone had any topics that they were interested in. I actually am going to start with Tanya's question because I really liked it. And I have a lot of really good information. So I do have my laptop in front of me. So if I'm looking down, it's just, I'm reading like all my bullet points that I put together. We're gonna talk about energy drinks and how to pick the right one, how companies are not as transparent as they should be with what's in them, and what to look out for. Okay, the first and most obvious thing that you wanna consider when you're choosing an energy drink is your caffeine tolerance. And I'm not just talking about your tolerance in the moment. So a lot of people will say, oh, I can drink caffeine all day. I could drink coffees up until 6 o'clock at night and nothing happens to me. But if you're someone that never gets good sleep, you have a lot of anxiety, you might not realize that caffeine is what's contributing to all of those things. You may also be a person that has a hard time dealing with stress, and that kind of goes back to that having chronic anxiety. And caffeine is actually just gonna make this worse. Caffeine actually elevates a stress hormone in our body called cortisol. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is grab that energy drink and look to see how much caffeine is in it. Just to give you some examples, I have here that Bang energy drinks are about 300 milligrams of caffeine. A Red Bull is about 80 milligrams, which isn't bad. And then Rockstar is like 280. Now, just to put this into perspective, a Grande Blonde Roast coffee from Starbucks has 340 milligrams of caffeine. So let's say you're grabbing a coffee from Starbucks in the morning and then you're having a Bang energy drink later on in the day, that's 640 milligrams of caffeine. I would say try to stay within the ballpark of 80 to 120 milligrams if you're having an energy drink on a daily basis, in addition to more caffeine on top of that. The idea of limiting your caffeine with those energy drinks is to limit the crash. You also have to keep in mind that the caffeine in these energy drinks is actually synthetic caffeine. Synthetic caffeine is still the same compound, it's caffeine, but it's made in a lab and it actually hits your body a lot quicker. It gets digested in your digestive tract at a faster rate. So that's why when you drink an energy drink, you get this jolt of energy much quicker versus when you drink a coffee and it's more of a steady energy increase. If you're getting a jolt really quick, you're getting a crash really quick. To a more natural approach would be things like green tea, matcha, coffee, guayasa leaves is something else you can look into. Some brands that you can look out for in terms of more natural energy drinks are Matcha Bar Hustle drinks, which I've seen those in Whole Foods. Another one called Mati, and it has those guayasa leaves. Make sure that you're also looking at the nutrition label. Look at an energy drink and it'll tell you, oh, it's got green tea extract. And you think, okay, well that's natural, so I'm gonna get this. But if you turn around the label to the ingredients and you see that caffeine is listed in the ingredients, well, it probably does still have green tea extract. It'll probably still be in those ingredients, but listing caffeine means that they're still putting that synthetic caffeine in there. The same thing goes for listing that they have CoQ10 in there. So if you look at the Bang CoQ10 drink, does it actually say on the nutrition label how much, like what amount of milligrams of CoQ10 is in there? On a company that's gonna be fully transparent, the FDA regulates energy drinks very, very loosely, so they can get away with a lot. The next thing that you're gonna wanna look at is the sugar content. The only thing worse than having a caffeine crash is having a sugar crash with it. But a lot of these energy drinks will sweeten it with some sort of alternative sweetener, and not all of them are so bad. The only ones that I would really stay away from is like aspartame, and even sucralose isn't the greatest, but I would really stay away from aspartame because there's a lot of research showing that it's carcinogenic. The other thing that you can do is opt for a non-stim pre-workout. So these pre-workouts are completely caffeine-free, but they use a lot of natural ingredients to give you that boost that you need. And it's something that if you wanted to take during the day, you could, but it's also something that if you're exercising, which if you're on this platform, you better be, it's gonna help improve your athletic performance. I did come across a supplement called Revive Powder by a company called SFH. They seem really transparent with their product. It contains natural ingredients to boost your energy levels like carnitine. It does have CoQ10, and if you notice in the ingredient label, it'll tell you how many milligrams and what percentage of your daily intake of CoQ10 you're actually getting with the product. and it also has ribose. And those three components are really gonna help give you that natural energy and not have a crash along with it because it's not caffeine. Okay, that's pretty much all I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys next week.